Hey beautiful people, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's kind of dark in here, but y'all can still see me. But I just wanted to do a quick video just to remind you, because we're human, we all get caught up sometimes in the world and with situations, but to remind you to stay true to yourself. A lot of people are unhappy because they're not true to themselves. The only way to have true inner happiness is to stay true to yourself. And a lot of people, they don't do that. A lot of people are walking around with masks right now, because they care more about validation from others. A lot of people, they're not true to themselves because they don't want to deal with conflict, right? Because when you are true to yourself, it's going to disappoint some people, right? And then a lot of people, they're not true to themselves because they don't want to be judged, right? And they don't even realize, like, these people that they're worried about being judged by, you know what I'm saying, ain't got no business judging nobody. Don't nobody have business judging nobody, okay? We're all imperfect. We all have flaws. Some of us, we've mastered ourselves more than others, but we still have flaws. And we're always going to have flaws until we leave this earth plane. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. But like I said, it's really important to be true to yourself. Like I said, it's a lot of people walking around with masks. You know what I'm saying? They put on for other people, they put on for social media, they put on for the world, right? But when they get home, when they're by themselves, they're not happy. And that's why a lot of people, they try to make themselves numb. Whether it's through, drinking, doing drugs, um, you know, distracting themselves, keeping themselves busy, always in everybody's business, just not focusing on themselves. Because if they focus on themselves, they're going to start feeling those unpleasant feelings that they've been stifling, right? Because they've been wearing a mask. That's why it's so important to be true to yourself. And like I said, it's going to bring conflict sometimes. You're going to have people that don't like you for whatever reason. And you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with conflict. You got to be okay with people not liking you. Because the thing is, once you're whole within yourself, you're not going to give a damn about people liking you. I mean, if they do, good. That's what's up. Like, it'll be good if you can be a good influence on others, right? But it's not necessary for your peace, your contentment, your happiness. What's necessary for that is you being true to yourself. And it's like developing a sense of self so strong that no matter what people's opinions of you are, you're still going to do what's best for you. No matter, people getting their feelings about certain things, you're going to acknowledge their feelings, right? But you're still going to move forward and do what's best for you, right? Because if you don't, you're going to keep stuffing those feelings inside. You're just going to keep shoving your inner child inside further and further and further. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to get to a point where you're going to feel like you're going crazy. You're going to be like, I'm not happy. You might have just bought something from Amazon last week. You was happy in that moment, right? But, after a while, that thing gets old. It fades away. It's no longer novelty. See, we keep trying to buy more things, go more places. We want more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? Just more things to keep ourselves distracted, because once again, we're not being true to ourselves. So whatever that looks like for you, be true to yourself. If people gonna judge you regardless. So if you're not true to yourself, people are gonna judge you. If you are true to yourself, people gonna judge you. Matter of fact, a lot of times people can tell when others are not being true to themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sharks out here, right? That they're aware that, you know, certain people may not have the backbone, right? To kind of stand up for themselves, to be true to themselves. So they take advantage of it. And, you know, the person on the receiving end, they allow themselves to be taken advantage of, right? Because they don't want conflict. They don't want to be judged. And if that's the case, that's just something that needs to be healed within that person. Once that person heals that within them, they're not going to give a damn. They're like, if you don't like me, okay, let me add you to the list of the others that don't like me. Because regardless of how many people don't like you, you like you. You love you. And and God loves you. Okay, let's talk about that. God loves you. And that's everything that you need. Anything else is extra. Another thing I'm getting is like there's some people that's scared to stand alone. And because they're scared to stand alone, they tolerate things from people, or they just tolerate certain people that they ain't got no business tolerating because they don't want to be alone. And then they have to ask themselves, why are you so scared of being alone? What is it? Once again, it's because you have to sit with yourself. You have to feel those emotions, like I said, that you've been stifling, just pushing away, because they don't go away. Numbing yourself, that temporarily stops you from feeling that emotion, but does it go away? No. It does not. If you put something in the refrigerator, it doesn't go away. Once it's in there, it's in there. The only way for it to come out is you have to take it out. It's not going to disintegrate. I mean, if anything, it could be turned rotten or something, but it's not going to disappear out of the fridge. If you put it in the fridge, you're going to have to take it out of the fridge. It's the same thing with your feelings. So people think they, getting over by avoiding their feelings, right? They still in the fridge. Every time you open the fridge, they're there. It's there. You're going to have to take it out. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to a point where you can process those feelings, you know what I'm saying, that will make you stronger and more whole within yourself. So when situations come up, that will be the time to prove to yourself that you're true to yourself. So if somebody expects something from you, or wants something from you, or wants you to do a certain thing, or it's just whatever it is, in that moment, you could either people please, or you could be true to yourself. And when you're true to yourself, you're going to feel good about it. Now, of course, you may feel a little guilty, right? You're like, oh man, I didn't really mean to hurt that person's feelings, or I didn't mean to make this person upset, or whatever it is. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, right? But once you get past that part, which you will, all you have to do is be consistent with it. Once you get past those feelings, it's going to become second nature to you. When situations come up, it's like, you use discernment, and you know when to, allow yourself to be on the back burner for the sake of looking out for someone or helping someone, right? But that's not your consistent, action. Like, that may be something that you could possibly be used to, right? You're used to doing things for people, going out the way for people when you really don't want to, but you still do it, or you agree to things because you don't want to be seen in a negative light. So you end up people pleasing and not being true to yourself, right? if you want peace, you got to be true to yourself. Okay? Ain't no people pleasing over here. Like I said, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's something that got to be done. This is the time where you need to step into your shadow side. Okay? I don't know. People try to make it seem like it's a bad thing. Oh, your shadow side is a bad thing. It's only a bad thing when you fully operate from your shadow side. The ones who's balanced, we know we're going to operate from our light side, right? Predominantly, we operate from our light side. That's and for myself included. I predominantly operate from my light side, but when it's time to defend myself or defend those that I love or stand my ground, I will pull the dark side out. And there's nothing wrong with that because I'm not being malicious. It's for protection. You know what I'm saying? It's to ensure my peace, right? I have to stay true to myself. So in order to stay true to myself, I got to stand my ground. Even when people feel some type of way about me, even when people are mad at me, even when people talk about me, I'm still going to stand my ground. That dark side is coming out. So some of y'all, you're being called to step into your dark side right now. Ain't no people pleasing going on. Allow yourself to feel those uncomfortable feelings that come up with confrontation, but still stand your ground. Okay, look, if you need something to remind you of this, think about Mr. Miyagi. Y'all remember Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid? Mr. Miyagi would not hurt a fly, an insect. But when them bad guys came for him, y'all see he whooped that ass. Excuse my French. Mr. Miyagi karate chopped that ass. All right? He pulled that dark side out quick, but he operates from his light side. So I need y'all to be Mr. Miyagi right now. Ain't no people pleasing, ain't no people pleasing, ain't no people pleasing. And for me to even be in this energy, I don't even know why I'm even talking like this, being in this energy, but somebody has been people pleasing and they have not been true to themselves and they're feeling some type of way inside, and that's because they haven't been true to themselves. So I don't know who this message is for, but you're being called to step into your power. Think of yourself as Mr. Miyagi, okay? When you start putting them boundaries up, do not feel bad. Don't feel like what. And if you do feel bad, it's okay. Allow yourself to feel that. You never want to stifle your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to feel that, but you rationalize with yourself and say, okay, it's okay for me to feel like this, but I'm still going to stand my ground. It's okay to feel a little bad. You over time, that feeling will fade away. You know, because you're used to operating like in a people-pleasing energy. So anyways, this video is a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but I don't know, I feel like this is for somebody. If you want peace, if you truly want to be happy, you have to be true to yourself. Okay? So if anything, you know, and a lot of people, they don't really know themselves. So if that's the case, you know, maybe that's something you could pray about. Ask God to reveal you to you. As crazy as it sounds, like I remember doing this back in I think this was like 2011 or something, or 2010, or I don't know, wasn't somewhere around that. But I had a journal and I would like write my prayers in my journal. I would ask God, like, God, reveal myself to me, because a lot of us we don't really know ourselves. We've been programmed by our friend, like family, society. You know, a lot of us also were operating from our subconscious. So it's like, that's not who we really are. It's like we're playing out traumas, you know what I'm saying, that we've experienced. We're just replaying it. And that's God's way of bringing those feelings back to the surface so we can go ahead and feel it, experience it, and release it. But anyways, like I said, this is for somebody, so I hope it helped in some type of way. Y'all stay blessed up, stay prayed up, and I'll catch you on another video. Peace, love, and light.